visit some brother out on my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I am here to do a reading because somebody had requested a reading on Drake's love life. Now, before I get into his life, Mama Crone and I have both done some research, and it seems as though Drake is pretty quiet, pretty private, isn't open about who he's dating, who he's seeing, or who he's sleeping with. I mean, none of our business, but us as the audience and general public, we are super nosy, me included, for sure. So because of that, we're going to be doing a reading on Drake's love life, see what the tarot cards, sorry, they have now been named. We're going to check on what Miss Sister have to say over here. And what should I call my mom's oracle deck? We'll come back to that one. That was a side story for outside the video. However, Miss Sister right here will tell us what's going on in Drake's love life. Now, before I jump into that, of course, we always have to talk about what's going on in Drake's life, period, because who knows, that might affect his love life. We're not quite sure, but I'm just here to tell you guys the news before I do the tarot. I love that one. So, first off, Drake is still in a lawsuit with Kendrick Lamar. Speaking of which, Kendrick Lamar has some other things going on for him as well, but this is not the time for that praise. So both Kendrick Lamar and Drake are allegedly supposed to be on the list of people that are supposed to testify in the UMG court case. I think UMG, was that Drake's or Kendrick Lamar's record label? Oh, well, one thing I learned about UMG is that the CEO is Lucan Grange. That name actually sounds really familiar. And the marketing president is Steve Berman, and the Republican CEO of Montel Littman, something else, Rock Nation, Tidal, TikTok, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, the NFL, and more. Well, Jesus Christ. Good gracious. Wow, that's literally everything that influences us. I'm not even kidding. We got Rock Nation, we got Tidal, which we know those two things are having to do with Jay-Z. And then we have TikTok, YouTube, and SoundCloud, which are all just kind of mixed together. I know SoundCloud's a streaming service for music, which I use, but it still goes along the lines of TikTok and YouTube and Spotify as well, because these are all the places where we get information and listen to our celebrities, just like Tidal. And then we just know about the NFL, what's going on with Jay-Z. So clearly there's a whole lot going on behind the scenes that we, the fans, are unaware of, unless some of you know, because you follow these rappers in more greater details than I do. I'm just coming to the surface and learning more about them. But he's supposed to might testify. It's up in the air. It's not quite sure, but him and Kendrick Lamar just might have to testify. I'm not here to get into that, honestly. It's over. They not like us and promotions and probably snubbing. Go get your bag, Drake. Go get your bag. And that's all I can really say. You know, if you feel like you've been wrongly justified, if you feel like you've been wrongly injusticed. Did that come out right? I don't think it did. But if you feel like you've been wrongly unjust, there we go. Finally, English here on Mercury retrograde. So if you think that you have been wrongly unjust, Drake, then by all means, go ahead and sue Kendrick Lamar, sue UMG, sue anybody that is apparently giving you some defamation of character or trying to slander your name. These are all the things that I heard that Drake is going for. And I mean, honestly, certified kitty lover, I wouldn't blame you either. And that was just the PG version. So, yeah, that could be another reason why he's a bit private, because, you know, we really haven't been seeing him spotted with anyone recently. So let's just pull the cards and see what we can find out about his love life. I honestly do hope he secretly has a lover or is secretly in a relationship that we don't know about, because I just love celebrities to have autonomy and privacy. So for the fact that he is able to keep a relationship under wraps and under our noses is amazing work. It's amazing work. But nothing gets past these cards. So let's just see. Ooh, oh, okay. First card that came out is the Emperor. I like that. I like that. That's exactly the kind of energy Drake is in right now. He is standing strong in terms of his love life. He is feeling like the king of his world. But let's see. Is there an empress in his life, or maybe a queen he might just be looking at? We have the Son of Cups. Okay, interesting. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles. The Sun card. Okay, Jesus. I'm not kidding, guys. The real question is he in a relationship, period? Because I do not see any people cards here. And this spread is dominated by major arcana cards, specifically the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, which is him in this case, and then the Sun, which is all great cards, honestly. I don't see anything negative towards his love life. So if he is single and ready to mingle, it definitely looks like he is out there. First, we're going to start off with the past before we get to here, because this is the best part. The Wheel of Fortune was in the past position. So that means in terms of his love life, let's the bottom of the deck. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I just felt like it. So, honestly, what can I say? So I see cups and I see earth. Let's see. Emperor is fire. The Sun is fire. And the Wheel of Fortune is also fire. So, wow. That's great to know. So what we see here when it comes to Drake and his love life, if he has a love life, we see that the wheel has turned in his favor, maybe not in his favor. The wheels are turning, or it seems like everything is starting to fall into place for him, whatever that represents for his love life, because he's so private about it. But it seems as though he's really trying to like trust the process. Maybe he has taken some time out and was like, you know what, instead of me trying to get into relationships, instead of trying to search for love, let love find me, kind of reciprocate it back, instead of being the go-getter, be the receiver kind of energy I'm seeing. And for that, he's just waiting for his time, waiting for his moment. Destiny is going to turn in his favor. Maybe he'll find a relationship once. Well, this is in the past card, past section. So in terms of his love life, I definitely seem like it could be higher hopes from here. And it could just be higher hopes, just the fact that he's been a bit more private. Because you know, honestly, what happens when celebrities bring their relationship to the general audience? 8 times out of 10, everybody's going to be ready for you to break up and is waiting for the demise. So if you want your relationship to have some sustainability and longevity, please don't bring it to the public's attention, because we're going to dig. We're going to search. We're going to find out every imperfection about that person. So if you don't want that kind of attention, don't bring that kind of attention to your relationship. And that seems exactly what he has learned in the past. And moving forward, he's going to be implementing those things that he has learned throughout his life when it comes to dating and the way celebrities are treated when they, especially him in particular, because honestly, right now is probably not a really good time to be in a relationship with all this pedo stuff going around. So Drake, lay low in the relationship is in the relationship department, at least for us, is probably a good point at this. You know, just let the storm blow over. Okay. I'm sorry. I've been on TikTok way too much. That's UMG right there. So what we see here is the Emperor. Yes, I'm aura farming. This is exactly how Drake is feeling at this moment. Weirdly enough, because usually I don't bring up memes like that, but it just happened to come across me, and that's exactly how I'm feeling for Drake, in the sense of he's a bit more jovial. Yes, he's a bit more jovial. He's trying not to allow this to get him down. That's exactly why he's this emperor right now. The emperor never gets down. The emperor fix your crown, king, because it was tilting. He's like, let me fix that crown. So that's exactly how he's feeling. He's feeling himself. He understands his worth, what he has to offer. And Nine of Pentacles shows that even now, when it comes to his career, he understands that he has a legacy that he is building, and anybody that partakes in that, anybody that chooses to share in on his life right now at this very moment, has to understand what he comes with, has to be willing to accept his goods that he is offering, because this is the Pentacles, which also ties us back to the bottom card, which represents kind of like the overall kind of energy, which is the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning when it comes to finances, when it comes time for love. And that's exactly perfect, because like I said at the very beginning, things seem to be turning in his favor in the love department when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune. He is feeling charismatic. His aura is literally shining in the love department. Even though we may not see it, he's able to have a front. You know, an emperor has a face, has duties to accomplish. You're not, I mean, we know all about the royals, but do we really know all about the royals? That's the kind of professionalism of being a celebrity, but also having his private life at the same time. He's learning to maintain that balance, and is learning to understand that he doesn't have to show that he's worthy, doesn't have to be flashy with his relationships. And this is where the Son of Cups is coming from. This is where he has learned to mature, where he has learned to grow emotionally. It's not all about the attention. It's not all about the women. It's not all about the whatever not Chris Brown, sorry, whatever Drake was into or was getting into when it came to the ladies. He's learning to grow out of those patterns and habits, which is exactly going back to that Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune is always about breaking patterns. It's a new cycle. It's a new beginning. When things were getting stale, things are getting refreshed, reheat up, kind of like this Ace of Pentacles talking about a new cycle. But then moving forward in the future, we see right here again, brighter days ahead. The future is bright for his love life. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. It's going high hopes here. I had to get it all together, because I'm just like, as I said in the beginning, I don't see anything negative in his love life. Now, I may not see a relationship, but I do see maybe potential suitors where this Nine of Pentacles come from. He's scouting his women now, maybe a little bit more careful, a little bit more picky about who he wants to date. I'll say, keep it surface level, PG. And because of that, we'll put the Ace down, because that's just like an overall energy which fits right in. I can't wait to see what the oracle cards have to say. But the Sun paired with the Son of Cups, a Sun and Sun, I mean the Son of Cups involved into the Sun. So no longer is he emotional. No longer is he could still be emotionally immature, but he's learning to grow, learning to work with his emotions, not be flashy, not allow his emotions to get the best of him, and honestly, when you have a control over your emotions and not allow them to control you and you control them, then you're the true emperor of your own body, of your own self. And how funny, I just happen to be wearing red today, which is all about the emperor, because that's a fire sign, because this represents Aries. And when it comes to a fire sign, I should always look this up. Let's see, what is Drake? I don't think he's a fire sign. I think he's an air sign, but I would be shocked if he's not. Drake is a... I'm surprised, but this is very fitting for him. He's a Scorpio. I would have guessed a Libra, honestly, or an Aquarius, but I take a Scorpio. At least he was later in the zodiac sign. And honestly, a Scorpio is kind of fitting for his vibe, because a Scorpio is exactly that. There's somebody who really doesn't like to be taken advantage of, mocked, gets really defensive, really private, actually. So that stands pretty testament to this reading, because Scorpios are pretty private. They really do not let people in. Yeah, they're surface level, and yeah, they can allow you into a certain degree, but water's got layers. Are we talking about like a pool? Are we talking about like a lake? Are we talking about a lagoon? Are we talking about the ocean? Like, are we talking about the sea? Like, how far deep are we going to go with this water? So there's layers to Drake, and we're uncovering the layers throughout this reading. But one thing's for certain, and two things for sure. Sorry, way too much time on TikTok. But we see here that he definitely has hopes, high hopes for his relationships in the future. He definitely hasn't let anything that has happened within the recent year or so allow to get him down. Maybe has died down on his public image and who he's seen with, but behind closed doors, professionalism, like I said, you never let them see you sweat. He's honestly keeping a good squeaky clean image. Actually, Drake is kind of doing right by this. It's like good PR. It's really good for his image. So let's just pull an oracle card just to see what's going on in his relationship, or a relationship if he has one. Okay. All right, so let's see what the oracle has to say. Ooh, say something good, Oracle. Say something good about his love life. Because honestly, I'm feeling high hopes. At the very beginning, I was just like, there's nothing on Drake. What am I going to get about his love life? But it's looking good. I'm looking good. Whoever asked for this request, thank you. Because surprisingly, his love life is looking positive. Speaking of water, we have Wade, which is all about resistance, but it has to do with effort, and without thinking, you're going to be able to walk through the situation. And that's exactly what I said at the very beginning when I said about this Wheel of Fortune, about how instead of Drake trying to be the one that's always in control, instead of trying to be the controller, he's the controllee. He allowed the world or the universe or the energy to take control. Divine intervention, if you may want to say. Maybe he's just like, I'm trying too hard. And sometimes when you let go of the reins, sometimes you're just grabbing onto those handlebars way too tight that you get blisters. But it's like once you let go and you let it flow and you stop resisting and you stop fighting the flow, it starts working for you. So I'm not sure if he had to do some inner work and inner healing within himself in order to figure out what he was lacking or trying to search for in other relationships. But it definitely seems like whatever it is, he's no longer avoiding them, and he's really trying to take some time to do the work to figure out how to get in a serious, committed relationship. Responsibility. Exactly. He's learning to take some accountability, and it says authority, just like this emperor right here. He's taken authority over his love life, and whatever he needs to do, whether that's be private, whether that's not talk about it, whether that's allowing this situation with Kendrick Lamar to blow over. When Drake is ready to display his love life and his relationship, he definitely will. But in the meantime, he is currently scouting who his next partner is. He's vetting his next partner that we're going to be seeing him in the media with. So I can't wait. The Ace of Pentacles says that it is a brighter future. The sun says it's a brighter future, but the Ace of Pentacles says that when it comes to his love life, he is currently on a new chapter when it comes to relationships and dating. So I can't wait to see what Drake has to unveil for us in the future. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Drake. I sure did. I wish I could find out more about him and what's going on in his love life, but without any information on who he's dating or who he's been connected with, like literally within the last year or two, there hasn't been many articles about who he's been spotted with. I literally think the last person he was spotted with was Sexy Red, and that was back in 2024. So really, he has been being seen with female.
Sexy Red.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was Mama Crone over listening. But yeah, you're right. Honestly, thinking about Sexy Red. That should have been the last person he was seen with, but digress. So I hope you enjoyed this reading on Drake. I sure did. I hope that in the future we get to see him in a healthy, loving, committed relationship. I want nothing but the best for these celebrities and their love lives. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I sure did. I learned something new. Like I said, I don't know what's going on in the media, but the cards will sure tell us what's going on behind closed doors. And it definitely seems like he's going through a heavy transformative period with all these major arcana cards when it comes to his love life. So with that, it's only going up from here, and as we and like us, we're going up too. So give us those thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We really appreciate it, and it really means a lot to this channel. Please and thank you. Leave your comments down below. Whoever requested this, how did you enjoy this reading on Drake? Did you learn something new about his love life? Please let me know in the comments down below. Did you know anything about Drake and what was going on in his love life? Do you have any speculations about who he could be recently linked with? Well, with that being said, leave all those comments and juicy information down in the comment section below. And please share this video with anyone that's into Drake. And with that being said, or into tarot, or is into news. With all that being said, I hope to see you, sunflowers, in the next one. Sunflowers!